talking stick is used by Native American and First Nations people as a symbol of respect for thoughts, stories, and individual histories of each participating member in a meeting such as this. Since each piece of material used in the talking stick speaks of the stick creator, each talking stick will be different. I've made this talking stick to assist the flow of our conversation here at FACES. The driftwood itself is a product of the Pacific Northwest from where I live in Vancouver, Canada. I found this on the beach near my home. The 4 colors of the beads on the stick are yellow for the sunrise in the east, red for the sunset in the west, white for the snow in the north, and green for the earth in the south. The silver beads on the talking stick refer to each of us here today. When you look closely, on each side of the globe bead are beads representing the people standing side by side, holding hands and supporting each other. And that is us. We're going to pass this talking stick around the room and ask each of you to tell your story. Introduce yourself, give your first name or your nickname, and tell us your story in 2 or 3 sentences. If you prefer not to speak, that's really okay. Take the stick and just pass it to the person next to you. I'll start. My name is Wendy. I had herpes encephalitis in April of 1999. I'm now legally disabled, and I spend hours every day raising awareness around the world on the topic of encephalitis.
Hi, I don't know if this is working. This isn't working. It's meant for a reason because normally my mom's the one holding the microphone. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, do you want me to hold both, the stick and all? Okay. My name is Amanda, and my mom, Marisa, was diagnosed with encephalitis October 2014. Today is a wonderful celebration. We got a hold of her infectious disease doctor. She had her second spinal tap a couple weeks ago, and she it came back clear that she is no longer has the virus at a level where she needs a cyclovir for her same HSV1 encephalitis. And so today's a great news, and we get to meet new people, and my mom gets to meet other survivors and just know that she's not alone and be able to just talk to other people. I'm just very proud of my mom.
My name is Marisa Martinez, and don't I have a wonderful daughter? She is incredible. She takes me everywhere I need to go and takes care of me, and she does my hair for me because I look really bad when I try doing it myself. And I've burnt myself so many times with that stupid curling iron. I am so glad that the test results came back normal. Now I feel like I can, oh man, maybe I can really kind of start relaxing a little bit. Still have a long way to go, I know that for sure. But it feels good. It does feel good. I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it right now.
Thank you. I'm Chris Maxwell. It's just an honor to be here with you guys. Had encephalitis in 1996, March 6, 1996, actually. Interesting. Now live with epilepsy, have severe scar tissue all throughout my brain, especially the left temporal lobe, and I'm just very thankful in moments like this when we can realize that we are not alone, that we're part of a family, and so it's just an honor, again, to be here, and I look forward to having conversations with each of you. I'll tell more of my story this weekend, and again, thank you so much for being here.
My name is John. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. I was diagnosed with HSC in August of, 2013, so I'm about 2.5 years in. And this is my first event, and I've recently got active with HSE because I'm quickly learning there's a large gray area as to what we have compared to what most doctors tell you. So glad to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vicki Foster. That was a good friend of ours that's traveling with us this weekend. That's Tammy. This is my daughter, Cindy. She came down with encephalitis mid-July 2011. We live in central Illinois. Yeah, well, encephalitis and meningitis, yes. She now has a seizure disorder because of it. She's amazing. She's such an incredible survivor. So, what else do you want to say? Here.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm Cindy Foster. This is my mom. That's Tammy. She's awesome as well. I was diagnosed with encephalitis and meningitis in 2011. I was 20. I spent my 21st birthday in the hospital. Not that I really wanted to go out and get drunk anyway, but it'd be fun to, go out with my friends. I don't go to college right now because of it, but I did take an online class and I got an A and stuff with it, and so, but I have that silly seizure disorder because of it. And I have a friend who comes over and she takes care of me during the day when my mom goes to work, and I just volunteer and stuff at our local it's a charity place, and I don't know, I just like to get out, and this is my first time doing something like this, and I didn't even know stuff like this existed, but I like that now, so I like enjoying coming here and learning everybody else's stories. So yeah. Merry Christmas.
I'm Cheryl Johnson. I think when I came here for the first time a year ago, I didn't cry as much until the end of the weekend. I'm doing it tonight, and that's okay. And it's not that I'm more emotional now. It was exactly 2 years ago this week that I was diagnosed with encephalitis, the HSE version. There's different versions, and bottom line is we're all in this together, not only those of us who are survivors with it, but those that are our caregivers who mean the world to us, including my husband who's doing the videography tonight. And I changed my life completely, but there's a reason that each of us is here, and sometimes we don't know that this is a blessing, that we don't always know where we're going to go with it. And I'm better now than ever. I'll continue to heal. Each of us will heal. There's times when we have our ups, and there's the challenges that come in time. But we're here for a reason. I'm so grateful for all of you that are here personally, and for those who might watch later who aren't able to come out. Not every day can we always be where we need to be, but each of us is here for each other. And even though there's people I connected with a year ago that I didn't stay in touch with, it's not that I don't want to. I think each of us has to take care of ourselves first, and are grateful for those that love us, care for us, and you're not alone. And there's times, and someone said it, I said it to a couple people tonight, that when I came last year, I was scared because it was the weekend that I had gone into the hospital, and that was the weekend that became the World Encephalitis Global event that weekend. And I thought, we can't always be other places in the world, but we all matter, and we each have a reason that we're here and got a second chance. So I am grateful, so thank you for listening.
I'm Linda, and this is my husband, Wayne, who had HSE encephalitis. Never heard of it 7 years ago in March. I had no idea. Doctors scurrying around, nurses finally brought a paper and said, I really don't want to give you this. She had gone to the internet to get off what she had heard the doctors say could possibly be wrong with him. He was in a coma for a month, then rehab another month, and then a nursing home for 3 weeks. So we've struggled. 2 years later, he had quadruple bypass surgery, which just threw him right back to me when he was in the hospital. So we've struggled and finally decided we're going to come here, and I want him to meet other people who've gone through the very same thing. Do you want to just introduce yourself? Yeah, introduce yourself. Yeah. Just introduce yourself.
Well, I thought you done did that.
You don't need to sit.
Just say it.
Okay, like she said, I got it in January, February, March, like the 4th, 7th day in March. And stayed in the hospital, I don't know how long. And it's just like it is now. I mean, I've gained a lot of memory back, but I like the older memories. I mean, I can remember stuff like John Wayne or something like that. That's what I like as a Western. But like I told these people here, I said, I could see your name, but you turn around and I wouldn't know I couldn't remember your names. And you take them off, and I couldn't remember your names. I look at them, and I got better just John or Bill and Sally, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to talk very long because I can't remember that anyway.
Okay. Hi, my name is Deanna, and I had viral encephalitis when I was 3.5 years old. I was in the hospital for a month. My brother remembers hanging onto my tongue because of the convulsions. I was totally blind. I still remember looking for my little teddy bear on the bed, not knowing my parents, not knowing my brothers. The coma time, I don't know how long that was, but I had high fever of 104, 105 for 3-4 days, thrashing on the bed. And I have grown up my whole life not knowing that I was supposed to be brain damaged or that it was supposed to have any impact on my life. But always wondering, thinking that there was something wrong. I love to learn, but I always struggled. I had C's all through regular school, and I went to college, my first year of college, and went to a wonderful independent Lutheran college and got straight A's on the dean's list because they saw me for who I was. I mean, my English teacher even told me, your English is horrible, but I love your writing. And she says, I should give you a C, but I'm going to give you an A. So, but yeah, most of my life, I just really, everything's hard. And now I'm beginning to understand a little bit maybe why. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to hearing your stories and helping understand myself a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Rick Station. I'm the invisible husband of my gorgeous, darling wife, Wendy. I am so proud of this woman for what she's done in our relationship after she's had her encephalitis, but our life is amazing now with what she does with all you people. It's I don't know what to say. I'm proud as punch, and I'm proud to be here to support her.
I'm Ken Caldwell from Payson, Arizona, and I assist and provide care to Rhonda. And we're basically trying to simplify our life so that we can pay more attention to what we need to do. And we've been working on that for the last several months and making progress. So, and I'm glad to be here and hope to learn more so that I can be better understanding of when things happen.
I'm Rhonda Caldwell, and I have Hashimoto's encephalitis. I was hit with this in 2009, diagnosed in 2010, and thankfully a book came out understanding this so that both my husband and I could understand what was happening. It became very real to me when I sat down to do some tax stuff that I'd done every year for years, and it made no sense. And I thought, what is going on? So it's been a journey, and it's been a struggle to understand some of it. When I get tired, my speech gets kind of broken. I've had to adjust to a new normal. And I'm not 100%. I'm accepting I'll not be 100%. But you know, this isn't so bad. And I look forward to hearing everybody's story and learning more about what you are all going through with me.
Like everybody else here, I've dealt with some changes. Thought I'd been dealing with it pretty well, and I had until I woke up parking a fence, and I just had my first seizure back in 2012. Stuff happens. Stuff washes off. And I guess that's about it.
I'm going to stand up. Hi, I am Ingrid, and I am one of the board members here for Encephalitis Global. I had herpes simplex encephalitis in December of 1995, and I happened to be one of the very lucky ones because the neurologist who was on duty in the emergency room had had a roommate in college who died of encephalitis, and I had just been in Florida. And for some reason, he thought maybe I got bitten by a mosquito, but he started me on a cyclovir as well as a heavy-duty antibiotic, packed me on ice for 2 days to try and bring my 105 fever down. And if it weren't for him, I would not be able to tell you that I am going to retire from my job at the end of July because I'm going to be 65. So I love working with Wendy. Our group has grown so much. Our Inspire group has over 3,500 members worldwide. And it was a group that when we started in the beginning had about, well, when it was the Yahoo group or whatever, it had 17 to 25 members. So the word is getting out there. I just wish the medical community would do a little bit more research on it. But anyway, I am so glad you're all here. I get to put a face to a name. I will remember your face, but not your name.
14 years ago, she's now 17, and she's in a really good school, which she can be there till she's 22. And we're thinking of possibly becoming American citizens so that we can safeguard her future here. She's come a long way, but she does have lots of difficulties. So I'm really looking forward to talking to some of the caregivers of children here, if there are any of you out there. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, thank you.
Andrew Moose Allegre started dancing when he was 11 years old. He has danced ballet, modern, everything, on Broadway, and in Europe and South America. Andrew performed for 2 presidents and for the Queen of England with such folks as Twyla Tharp and Baryshnikov. Besides dancing, he worked as a dance consultant, director, artistic coordinator, producer, and choreographer. In 1998, in Memphis, Tennessee, Andrew contracted Bickerstaff's brainstem encephalitis. It reoccurred in 2009, 2013, and again in 2014. Some days Andrew can walk a bit. Other days he uses a power chair to get around. Andrew remembers his initial reaction to being sick. He said, "I was angry. I had a lot going on. But when adversity hits, you have the choice of 2 roads. You can take the road of bitterness, or take the one of doing something good. That's what I'm trying to do. Andrew contacted Encephalitis Global last year, expressing his interest in helping us raise awareness. He's been very active in arranging for 2 really exciting guests tomorrow here at FACES. On Thursday the 26th, 10 days ago, Andrew sent me a text message saying, "Brace yourself, I have awful news. I'm in the ICU with an encephalopathy flare-up. That cold I had last week turned into pneumonia and now autoimmune brain reaction. My mind and soul are intact, but my doctor and my family agree that I cannot attend FACES." Andrew's nickname is Moose. When I asked him why he's called Moose, he replied, "Because I'm 6'3", solid as a rock, and stubborn." He then added that he got the nickname as he was the tallest of most professional ballet dancers. I thought it was very appropriate for this Moose to attend FACES on Andrew's behalf.
I need a stick. Thanks. My name is Nicola Nelson. People on the Inspire group will maybe know me as Nickelodeon. I am a survivor of Hashimoto's encephalopathy, encephalitis, also known by a much longer term, which I won't bore you with. And I'm delighted that Rhonda is here and that she mentioned how much the book that we published last year meant to her and her husband. I formed an organization after I got sick, and we published a book, which was the first book in the world ever published about our illness. And those of you who've seen me at FACES conferences before might be surprised to hear me actually talking in sentences, because in the past my speech has been pretty badly impacted. But I'm much better, and I'll actually be presenting tomorrow, and I'll be talking about personality changes that often, almost invariably, come about after encephalitis. And so I think some people have talked about, not really realizing what the after effects were going to be like, and of course that's something we all share. It doesn't matter whether you had viral or bacterial or West Nile or an autoimmune form, which I have. We all know how devastating that the personality effects and the emotional impacts are on our families and caregivers. I'm just delighted to see you all. This is my 4th conference, and I'm pleased my friend Barbara Renwick, who I've known for 41 years, came to be here with us.
And I discovered that I had CMV, viral encephalitis, in January of 2013 when I had a stroke at work. And I don't know what much to say. The CMV, I can't say the word. Other people here probably can say the word. It's too long. So I called him Clyde Merriweather Verdi. Like Verdi, that's the opera, because it's like a soap opera with all the different doctors losing my hair, losing my mind, losing everything else. So I'm grateful. This is my 2nd time here, and I'm really grateful. Thank you.
And what I found out, if you're over 65 and you have a seizure of encephalitis, your survival rate go down tremendously. They said that 80% of the people that have it at over 65 do not survive their hospital stay. But I did. I surprised a lot of people. And when I spent about 2 months in the hospital, and I went to a nursing home for a while after that, and I came home, I had a tube in my stomach that they fed me through. I was not allowed to drink or eat anything through my throat or mouth, because I had lost a lot of weight. When I got this seizure, I weighed about 100. Because it's been an ordeal, and it's been rough on everybody in my family. I know when I was in the hospital during Christmas, my brother and sister-in-law from Atlanta, Georgia came down to visit me, and I don't remember, which is hard for me. When people start talking about it, I don't have any idea what they're saying. Went back to church and saw people I should know, and I didn't. I didn't even recognize the pastor of our church, who he was. I recognized him, but I didn't know who he was.
Called double-fisted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can hear you.
My name is Becky Dennis, and I'm here to learn, to laugh, and to pay it forward. So I had encephalitis 7 years ago. I was in Asia on a business trip, and one moment I was giving a presentation to a big group of executives, and 2 hours later I didn't know how to walk or talk. And so I feel privileged that I'm actually here and have, I won't say how much of my faculties together, but I try to claim some of them. But I love being here with everyone. This is the 4th year, thanks to Wendy and Ingrid and Dale, who could not be here. But it's a great group. For those of you who haven't been here, I encourage you to meet as many people as possible, even if they don't have the same type of encephalitis, or even if they're younger or older. It doesn't matter. We have a lot to learn from each other. And every year I just look forward to being part of it, because it's there's so much to take away so that we can give back to everybody else who can't be here in person. But we can feed them through Inspire, through Facebook, through whatever feeds, because there's so many of them that everybody's just starving for more knowledge. So thanks that all of you are here. I look forward to meeting those that I haven't gotten to, and love being part of the family that I've already gotten to know in the past.
Hello, everybody. My name is Adriana, and I am from Laredo, Texas, and this is my first time being here, and I'm very happy to be here. I was very excited when I found out about the organization. I didn't even know it existed, and I had encephalitis caused by a bacteria that I picked up. I had been sick. They did not expect me to survive. I'm very happy to say they woke me up from a coma. I couldn't walk, talk, write, type, hold anything in my hands. Here I am today. I'm very grateful, and I live on gratitude since December the 5th. I can't figure out the year, but it's been a year and 3 months. I think that's 14th, 13th? Okay, 13th. So I'm very happy to be here, and I take it with a grain of humor, because I do make a lot of mistakes. I do not remember a lot of things that happen. I forget things that I've done, but my friends and my family and I have decided that we are just going to enjoy it. I try to travel. I have as much fun as I can every day, and just let's all enjoy life, because we are here with a second opportunity to be here. So I'm very glad to meet everybody here today. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Nelson. I'm Nicola's husband, and I look forward to seeing the friends we've made in the conference here over the years and meeting the rest of you all. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time, but it's really good as a caregiver to meet some of the other caregivers and meet people and see their stories, and it gives you some hope, and you realize you're not alone in this. So I'm going to pass this along and hope to talk to everyone here in the room in the next couple of days. So,
you stand up, please, Dave. Up. Stand up. They want to. I want to introduce you. I came alone because Dave got a job last year. If we had known it was going on in years past, he could have come. He landed a job, and I said, "Oh, you got to go to work." So I came just to see what it was like, and it was wonderful. So my husband and my son are here, and we're rushing back on Sunday because he landed a full-time job. Hey. Dave has had a long road. Bothers me to talk about. At 16, he had a grand mal seizure on vacation, and we thought, okay, we can handle this. And we didn't realize, and the doctors didn't realize, it took us a while, that he had Rasmussen's encephalitis. And the seizures became so bad for him that he had surgery, and that has robbed him, and that's why he's not going to say, he's going to say hi to you, but he has speech difficulties, but very clear-headed thinker, and loves to be around people, and will talk to you if you just draw him in. And he has a long story, and we won't tell it to you tonight, but he is truly a very brave survivor.
I'm Dave. I don't know. Glad to be here.
We're glad you're here.
I'm Bob Roberts. I'm Dave's dad.
Hi, my name is Larry Gross. I'm the brother-in-law of Carol. She's a survivor. They bring me to Las Vegas just to hand her the money so she can play the slot machine. But she's doing well.
Hi, my name is Carol. I initially started off many years ago as a caregiver for my friend Carol, and over the years I became really good friends with their family and gotten very close to them. And I live here locally in town, and they come to visit me all the time, and I'm just here tonight to show my support to her, my friend Carol, her family, and all of you. And this is my son, Preston.
Hee-haw.
Okay.
It's 2-star, 3-star,
Let me talk for you.
and a cancer.
Oh, Annie, okay.
And my family, y'all, Annie, and boy girl.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. That it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Debbie. I'm Carol's sister, the outspoken one in the group. So if you ever see sis with the outspoken comments online, it's usually me. Carol had her encephalitis at 20 months, and that was back in 1955. They told Mom and Dad Carol would never walk or talk, put her in an institution. As a result of that, back then, she got labeled mentally retarded. And then in 2007, I was bored one day, and I was Googling encephalitis. Happened to come across the old encephalitis chat group. I told my husband, I says, we're going to Nashville. So Carol and I went, and there's maybe 7 of us total there. That was a life-changing event for Carol, because Carol realized that event, I'm not mentally retarded. I just have a disability. And it was just really a good experience for her. And when we were in Jacksonville area, and I think it was 2010 or 11, one of the doctors that was there from Mayo Clinic, and we were talking. And I told him, I says, my mom always suspected that Carol had the mumps at 10 months. She got it from my mom, and my mom always suspected that's what caused the encephalitis, because the doctors never really knew what caused it. And he said my mom was right. Her gut instinct told him. And when they told my mom and dad, Carol's not going to walk institution, well, my mom would they get her child abuse today, put a harness on Carol and made her walk. Carol would want to sit down on the ground. Her brother-in-law and my son bought for her. And she's got a couple housemates that are developmentally disabled. One girl's been with Carol for 4 years, or like 2 sisters. And she's got a couple staff, and that's how she first met Carol. When Carol worked at Carol's original group home, Carol started there as a teenager, and everybody just knew.
April of 2012, and he's doing very well, and I'm glad that we were able to be here again today and to get to come and meet everyone and hopefully talk more. Okay, thank you.
My name's George, and I had voltage-gated limbic encephalitis. And I'm glad to be here and to meet all of you.
I'm Chris Bridges, and I'm very happy to be here once again. You've all been good friends to me for several years now, and I look forward to to meeting those of you who are new and haven't been here yet, and welcome you as part of the family.
Hi, I'm Joel Bridges. That's Rocket. I'm Rocket's man. What I know about Encephalitis Global, I learned at these things. I work with astronauts, military people, explosive experts, and a lot of stuff. The bravest people I know are people with E, by far. I'd like to introduce you to a couple of them. Carol and her cards. Makes me laugh. Father Bob's strengths. I wish I still knew him. Ingrid's job. At a time I never thought that an encephalitis person would be back working. Texas Bob's advice. I don't know where Texas Bob is, but I met him here in Las Vegas 7 years ago, and he gave us a bunch of things we could try to do. Steve, my kindred spirit, and obviously Chrissy's tenaciousness and her love. Here you go.